The power of a single voice. How one person can create change. The importance of speaking out. In times of silence, a single voice can ignite a movement. Malala Yousafzai once said, "When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful." This statement highlights the profound impact of individual courage. Standing up for what is right can inspire others to do the same. Each voice, no matter how small, matters. Malala Yousafzai, a symbol of bravery. Malala Yousafzai's story exemplifies the power of speaking out. Despite facing threats and violence, she fought for education rights. Her advocacy has inspired millions worldwide. Her courage shows how determination can overcome adversity. Even in the darkest times, her voice has brought light to global issues. The ripple effect of courageous voices. When one person speaks out, it often encourages others to join. This ripple effect can create lasting change. Movements like climate action, human rights, and education reforms started with one determined individual. Their courage resonates, compelling communities to act. History proves that collective action begins with a single step. Overcoming fear to make a difference. Fear often silences many. However, facing fear head-on can lead to transformative outcomes. Malala's resilience is a testament to this. By breaking the silence, she has inspired countless individuals to advocate for justice. Fear is natural, but courage is what drives progress. Empowering others through advocacy. When someone uses their voice, they empower others to do the same. Advocacy creates a platform for dialogue and change. Malala's advocacy for girls' education has led to significant global reforms. Her efforts remind us that one voice can indeed make a difference. Every individual has the power to create change. By speaking out, you can inspire others and drive progress. The world needs more courageous voices like Malala Yousafzai's. Remember, even in silence, your voice can become powerful. Stand up, speak out, and make a difference. The story of Malala Yousafzai is not just about one young girl's fight for education. It is about a global movement to ensure that every child has access to the right to learn, regardless of their gender, socioeconomic status, or geographic location. Malala's journey symbolizes the power of individual courage to spark collective action and drive systemic change. The ultimate goal is not just to ensure classrooms are filled, but to create a world where education empowers individuals to break free from cycles of poverty, inequality, and oppression. Malala's mission began in her hometown of Mingora, Pakistan, where girls' education was systematically attacked by the Taliban. But what she's trying to achieve transcends her local story. She envisions a world where no girl is denied the chance to go to school because of her gender. This is about more than literacy in textbooks. It is about empowering young minds to dream, innovate, and lead. Malala's story serves as a call to action for all of us. It's about building a global community that recognizes education as a universal right. It's about dismantling oppressive structures, confronting societal norms, and encouraging governments, communities, and individuals to invest in the future. In Malala's words, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. This big picture is a world where education creates equality and unlocks potential, a vision that we all can and must contribute to. Malala's motivation stems from her own personal experiences and the deep injustices she witnessed. Growing up, Malala's father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, ran a school for girls. She grew up surrounded by books and the belief that education was a pathway to a better life. However, when the Taliban took control of the Swat Valley in 2007, they issued edicts banning girls from attending school. For Malala, this wasn't just an attack on her freedom but a direct assault on her future. At just 11 years old, Malala began speaking out, using her voice to advocate for the rights of girls to receive an education. She wrote a diary under a pseudonym for BBC Urdu, detailing life under the Taliban and her desire to return to school. Her courage drew international attention but also made her a target. In 2012, Malala was shot in the head by a Taliban gunman while riding a bus home from school. Her survival and subsequent recovery only deepened her resolve to fight for education. What motivates Malala is the belief that every child deserves the opportunities she almost lost. Her story inspires because it is rooted in resilience and hope. If an 11-year-old girl in a war-torn region can speak out against oppression, so can we. Her bravery compels us to confront our own fears, to speak up against injustices, and to act in ways that support the greater good. Her motivation is contagious because it taps into a universal truth: the desire for a better future. By supporting education, we are not just helping children. We are building societies that value equality, innovation, and peace. Malala's story reminds us that change is possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, and that we all have a role to play in creating that change. Malala's journey has been fraught with immense challenges, and her story exemplifies the great conflicts that anyone striving for meaningful change must overcome. These conflicts include external opposition, societal resistance, and internal struggles. External opposition. The most immediate and life-threatening obstacle Malala faced was the Taliban. Their opposition to girls' education was not just ideological but brutally enforced. The attack on Malala's life was a chilling reminder of the risks she faced simply for advocating for education. Even after surviving the assassination attempt, Malala and her family had to flee Pakistan for her safety. Despite these threats, she has continued her advocacy on a global scale, undeterred by fear. Societal resistance. Beyond the Taliban, Malala's fight is against deeply ingrained cultural norms and systemic inequalities. In many parts of the world, education for girls is still seen as unnecessary or secondary to domestic responsibilities. Poverty, child marriage, and gender discrimination create barriers that prevent millions of girls from attending school. Malala's story highlights the need to challenge these societal norms and to address the root causes of inequality. Internal struggles. While Malala's external battles are well documented, her internal journey is equally significant. Imagine being a teenager with the weight of the world on your shoulders, navigating trauma, expectations, and an entirely new life in exile. Yet, Malala has channeled her pain and experiences into a powerful force for good. Her ability to remain grounded and focused on her mission, despite the pressures, is a testament to her resilience. For anyone pursuing change, these conflicts resonate. They remind us that the road to progress is rarely smooth. Whether it's confronting powerful adversaries, dismantling societal barriers, or grappling with personal doubts, Malala's story teaches us that perseverance is key. Her ability to overcome these conflicts inspires us to confront our own challenges, no matter how daunting they may seem. Advocating for education for all might seem like an overwhelming task, especially given the scale of the challenges involved. However, Malala's story offers reassurance that change is not only possible but also immensely rewarding. First, Malala's impact demonstrates the power of incremental progress. Her advocacy began with small, courageous steps: writing a diary, giving a speech, and encouraging others to speak up. Over time, these actions built momentum, inspiring millions around the world to join her cause. Her story reassures us that we don't need to solve everything at once. Small actions, when taken consistently and collectively, can lead to transformative change. Second, Malala's story highlights the importance of partnerships and collaboration. Through the Malala Fund, she has worked with governments, NGOs, and grassroots organizations to amplify her impact. By pooling resources and expertise, the risks and challenges of achieving universal education become more manageable. Her approach reminds us that we don't have to do it alone. Change is a team effort. Finally, Malala's resilience in the face of adversity reassures us that the risks are worth taking. Yes, the path is difficult, and the opposition is real, but the rewards, a world where every child can learn, grow, and thrive, are unparalleled. Her story is a testament to the fact that even the greatest risks can lead to the greatest rewards. Malala's story is a powerful reminder that there is no easy way to achieve meaningful change. The journey to universal education is long, complex, and fraught with challenges. However, it is also deeply rewarding and entirely achievable with collective effort. The first step is recognizing the scale of the problem. Over 244 million children worldwide are currently out of school, with girls disproportionately affected. Addressing this requires tackling a range of issues, from poverty and conflict to discriminatory laws and cultural norms. It's not just about building schools but also ensuring access to quality education, trained teachers, and safe learning environments. The journey also requires sustained commitment. Change doesn't happen overnight, and setbacks are inevitable. Malala's story shows us that perseverance is key. Whether it's lobbying governments, raising awareness, or supporting grassroots initiatives, every effort counts. We must be prepared for a marathon, not a sprint. Finally, the journey demands courage. Standing up for what's right often means facing opposition, criticism, and even danger. Malala's bravery reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear but the willingness to act despite it. Her story challenges us to find our own courage and to use our voices, resources, and actions to support the cause. As Malala says, when the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Her journey is proof that one voice can ignite a movement, inspire millions, and change the world. The path ahead is not easy, but it is one we must walk together, driven by the belief that education is a right, not a privilege, and that every child deserves the chance to learn, grow, and thrive.